Here. Okay, welcome again. My name is Phil, and we'll go through a 1 hour Yin Yang class today. We'll start with some standing postures. Nighttime, I find if we just lay down, I probably won't want to get up again. So it's come to stand. We'll do about, actually, we're doing a 45-minute class today. And yeah, we'll do about half and half active, half passive. And repeat about hip width apart. Starting in mountain pose. Mountain pose is the basic form of all the postures. So if you can do this one, you can pretty much do all of them. If you want to stand from the back of your feet to the front, your knees over your heels, hips over your knees, shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders, and lengthen your fingers towards the ground. Stand up nice and tall, and just start to breathe in and out through the nose. Just feeling your lungs expand and contract. We'll go through 3 half sun salutations. Hi, Sean. With an inhale, reach your arms up. Look up to your hands. And fold forwards, breathe out. Tone your lower belly a little bit. Relax your head, relax your neck and your face. Now just lift your head halfway up, so you're extending through the spine. And then fold forwards again. Bring your head closer to your legs. Just feel a nice stretch through the back of them. Now root down through the four corners of your feet and roll all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. Look up to your hands. And arms down by your sides, breathing out. Do that 3 more times. Reach your arms up. Lengthen from the toes to the fingers. Fold forwards, breathing out. Relax your head, neck. And inhale, lift up halfway again, extend. And exhale, fold forwards. Bring your head back down, feeling a nice stretch to the back of the body. Root through the feet and roll up to stand. Reach your arms up. And bring your arms down by your sides, breathing out. Okay, again, reach up, breathing in. Good, fold forwards, breathing out. Bring your hands back down. Relax your head, relax your neck. And inhale, lift your head, your chest and stomach. And if you have a super sore back, bend your knees a lot, okay? Fold forwards, bring your head closer to you. And rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. Arms down by your sides, breathing in. Okay, to add some movements, same as before, a little different. Reach your arms up again, take a deep breath in, look up. Now fold forwards, place your hands on the ground. Relax your head, your neck. Remember, bend your knees if your back is a little bit sore or tight. Lift your head, chest and stomach. You stay where you are. I'm just going to move my position so you can see. You're going to go back to like a push-up position. From here, if it's too much, come down onto your knees. Keep your ears, shoulders, and hips in a line. Then lower down. Bring your elbows back. And just touch the ground. Let your shoulder blades kind of come towards each other, your elbows too. You can touch your forehead down. And point your feet straight back. Inhale, lift your head. Possibly lift your chest. Press your hands down. You can straighten your arms and lengthen through the front of the body. Even the fronts of the legs, you might lift the tops of the knees. Exhale. Let's come into a downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Reach your heels towards the ground gently. Same with your hands, your feet. Stay there for about 5 more breaths, okay? If it's too much, walk your feet a little bit closer. You can bend your knees a lot. Breathe for 3 more full breaths with some sound. Okay, Just using the right amount of strength. Keep holding on with your hands. Look forwards. Bend your knees. Lift your chest forwards. Walk to the top of your mat. Extend your spine forwards. Breathing in. You can fold forwards. Bring your head closer to you. And stand up. Reach your arms up. Arms down by your sides. Breathing in. Okay. Let's do just one more. Reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in. Fold forwards. Breathing out. Lift your head, breathe in. Go back to a push-up position. Tone the lower belly and the pelvic floor a bit. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lengthen through the front, lift your head up. Again, back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Hold on with your hands and feet. Keep like a triangle shape in your body. Keep it up and I'll just watch, okay? Go for 5, looks great. 4, keep the pelvic floor and the lower belly toned here a bit. So as you breathe, you feel a lifting and lengthening up and out of it. 2, awesome. 1, and bend your knees. Walk lightly to the top of your mat. Once you're there, press your hands down to whatever. Lift your hips. Lift your head up halfway. And fold forwards, bring your head closer to you. Then roll back up to stand. Reach your arms up. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. Okay, we're going to go into triangle pose. Step your right foot back a leg length. I'm just going to turn so you can see. If it's easier for you, you can even just copy what I'm doing. Step the right foot back a leg length. From here, you're just going to open your arms over your legs like this. And the right foot should be at about a 45-degree angle, and there's a little bit of an internal rotation in that leg, then an external in this one. Now you're going to place your left hand down on your left leg or foot. If you have a block at home or something, you can even place it to the outside of your foot. But here you want to try and keep your left shoulder over your hand, okay? Then look down to your left hand and your foot. Ground and lengthen from your foot all the way to the top of your left leg. And look at your right foot. Ground, lift all the way up towards the right hip. Look to your right hand for 3 more breaths, okay? 2, and 1. Look to your left foot. Inhale, come up. Let's do the other side. Turn your left foot in, and then turn your right foot out. Same thing. Place your right hand down. Keep your hand or your shoulder over your hand. And same with your left. Look at the right. Straighten the legs. And maybe even look at the left if you feel quite balanced. And breathing up and down the spine here for about 4 more breaths, okay? You want to feel a lift from your feet all the way up towards the pelvic floor. Lifting and lengthening from the pelvic floor up to the top of the head. 2, good. 1, lift down, ground and stand up. Inhale. Arms over the legs. And you're just going to turn your feet straight forwards and step back to the top of your mat. Okay, just give your legs a shake. So we've done this before. Lift your right heel up and just kind of bounce up and down just to loosen up the joints, the muscles. When you're ready, lift the left heel. Give the joints a nice shake. Okay, go into a wide-legged forward bend. You can step your right foot back, or you can just take your legs about mat width apart, or leg length, I should say. From here, today we're going to reach the arms straight up, okay? You can have your arms apart. From your feet, and lift, lengthen, breathe in. On the pelvic floor a little bit. the lower belly. Lift up through the top of the head, the fingers. Fold forwards, place your hands in front of you. Try and keep like a long reach, okay? But keep your hips in line with your heels. And then walk your hands nice and far forwards. You can look in between your hands. You can look in front of you, keep your ears, shoulders, and hips in a line. Otherwise, you can even look towards the ground in between your feet or towards your belly button. And here for about 5 more breaths. 4, finding nice length even through the sides of the body. 3, even through the neck. 2, 1. Good. From here, just lift your head, look to the top of your mat, and walk your right hand towards the middle of where your hands were. Press your right hand down, stay like this. We want to try, place your left hand on your waist. Keep your right shoulder and hand in line. Possible the left hand goes up. Breathe for about 5. You can look at one of your hands, your left foot. Left hand will be the hardest. Breathe for 5. You want to twist more from like the middle parts of your spine and the upper. 3. You can keep a tiny bend in your knees to make sure the fronts of the knees are lined up with your second toes. 2. Yeah, so the kneecaps aren't turned inwards or out. 1. Bring your foot down and bring your left hand down where your right hand was. Ground. Keep the shoulder in line with the hand, staying long. Reach your right arm. Let's see if you can get your shoulders on top of each other. Breathe again for about 5. You want to use your internal and external obliques to twist. 3. Keep the sides of your neck long. 2. 1. Good. Bring your hands back down. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your head, breathe in. Hold your waist and breathe out. Root down and stand all the way. Good. You can bring your feet back together. All right. Oh, let's try a balancing pose. Pretty nice and simple. You're just going to bring your right foot out like this and your right knee. And try to keep your hips, shoulders somewhat square. And turn your right toes to the ground. You can bring your foot to the inside of your leg, like this. Your toes can even be on the ground. Oh, if you fall, that's okay. Or you can walk it up higher. You do not want to place it here. You can bring it up higher. Press the foot and leg into each other so you're nice and supported here. And you might even use a wall or a chair. You can reach your arms out. You can even try reaching them up. Try again. Let's go for 10 nice breaths. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, no falling, 2, just joking, and 1. Awesome. Come down and stand still. All right, yeah, give your legs a little shake. And we'll switch sides. Make sure too that your hips are in like a neutral range, okay? So they're not too far back or too far forwards. Yeah, even just do that. Bring them far back so you know, and then bring them really far forwards. And then just find the middle range. And this is like a neutral range for the pelvis, okay? Now, let's do the other side. Turn your left foot out and your left knee. Press your foot to the inside of your leg. You might need to use the wall. Bring it up or reach up and out. Let's go again for 10, 9. Remember to stay nice and supported on the pelvic floor and the lower belly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Yeah, if you fall, it's nice to laugh about it. I see some of you doing that. Give it a shake. Okay, let's take a half sun salutation again, okay? Reach your arms up, take a deep breath in. Out, fold forwards, breathe out. Lift your head, chest and stomach, breathe in. Go back, or actually fold forwards, yeah. Go back, bring your head back, down. Root down, stand all the way up. Reach up, take a deep breath in. And arms down by your sides, breathing in. All right, let's sit down. Legs out long, sit up nice and tall. And if you have a bad back, sit up onto something, anything will do. We'll start with the legs out long today. You can have your feet about hip width apart. If you're sitting on something too, you can even place something underneath your knees or just lift your kneecaps up instead of pressing them straight down to the ground, okay? Keep the legs as long as I can. Sitting with your spine. Stay like this, or take a deep breath in. Keep the length and slowly go forwards little by little. Then once you feel a nice stretch, you can just hang out and then breathe, okay? We'll go for about, we've got lots of time, so 3 minutes. Little by little, okay? In 3 minutes, it's about like 15 nice, long, slow breaths. If you can't take nice and long, slow breaths, yeah, just do like 30 natural breaths. Just go little by little. What you can do too as you go, just to keep some support in the internal body, you want to ground the backs of your heels a bit, and you can push your heels a bit forwards. If you feel a bit open, and you can spread your toes back towards you, just so the backs of your legs become kind of long. And as you inhale, you can lift and lengthen from the sitting bones, walk your fingers. And as you exhale, you can slowly come down little by little. Make it nice and quiet so you can hear your muscles screaming at you. If you can quiet or kind of calm those thoughts down with the breath. If it's sharp pains, come out, okay? Let's just take 3 to 5 more. If you ever have to come out early, you can, and just join back in when you're ready. All right. On your next inhale, just slowly, slowly roll back up to sit. You're going to lean back onto your forearms. Just give your legs a little kick. Might even feel nice to bend your knees like this. So just kind of kick your joints away from each other, just to make some room in there. Do the other leg too. Okay, now come forward onto your stomach and rest your forehead on your hands. And just start to breathe here, getting a nice sense of your body on the ground. Still watching your breath moving in your nose, keeping your eyes nice and still there. So you can stay like this for our next posture. Or if you have a bad back too, what you want to do is take your legs a bit wider before you do anything else. It might help. If your back is quite healthy, bring your legs closer together, okay? Yeah, stay like this and hang out. Otherwise, press up onto your forearms. They're in like, yeah, sphinx shape. I'll turn again. Good. Yeah, this. From here, and spread out through the hands. Wake them up a bit. Ground through the heels intelligently. Spread the knuckles, ground them. The fingertips ground. And the elbows can be a little bit in front of the shoulders. And make space in the front of the body. Make sure that you're not bending too sharply in the back of your body so that your 12th rib is just like jamming into your kidneys. Make length through both the front and back. And breathe. You can stay like this if you feel quite a bit, or you can always bend your knees. You might feel a little bit more. You can always, if you don't feel anything like this, as you inhale, I can tone, press the hands down and lift your elbows up. Just go for about 5 more nice breaths wherever you are, okay? And if you're tired of keeping your head up, you can always bring it down. Okay. On your next exhale, just slowly, slowly make your way back down onto your stomach, ribs, chest, and your forehead. There we go. Just taking a few nice grounding breaths here. You can even turn your head to one side or the other if the neck feels okay. Okay. I'm just going to get you to lift your head again and press your arms down. Keep your pelvis head, okay? Take your right leg out to the right like this, if that's okay on your body. And then you're just going to come back down and rest your forehead back on your hands. This is called like the half frog pose. To feel nice and relaxing and help open up the breath. And it can be nice for the back, the hips. We're going to hang out here just for a moment, not too long, not too short. There's really no magical number to hold for, really. You keep watching your breath moving in your nose. Keep watching your breath and body. Relax into the muscles of your face. Make sure that you're not clenching your jaw or grinding your teeth. Open up your ears. And just let the sound of the present moment in. Try not to get too relaxed so that you fall asleep. Breathe just deep enough to keep your mind interested. So if this is enough for you, you stay. Otherwise, if you want to try, ground down to the outer inner edge of your right foot a little bit, and the inner edge of your right leg, like your right inner thigh, okay? And ground through the top of your left thigh, top of your left foot. In your next inhale, ground your forearms and lift your head. You're coming into like a Sphinx and seal pose, like this. Just take a few breaths like this. Okay, stay, or when you're ready, you want to tuck your left toes under. Press your hands underneath your shoulders. If you have bad knees, I would just bring the legs back together right away. Closer together. Otherwise, you can stay in this shape and press up into like an upper dog sort of shape. Good. And then come into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up, tuck your left toes under. Send your hips up and bring your right leg back. Take a few nice breaths. Okay, come down onto your knees for a sec. So for the next side, if you want to try, I'll show you, okay? Go lift your hips up. You can take your right knee up to the side. You're going to try and come down onto your stomach like that. Otherwise, you come down first. And then you take it up to the side. Whichever is safer and better for you. And you bring it down. And so the left leg is coming out. We'll just hang out here for a moment together. Just try and keep your body nice and balanced. Watching your breath, body and mind. Particularly when you forget what you're doing, it's a nice thing to come back to. Yeah, and if it feels a little bit awkward and you have to make your posture feel a little bit better, you can. Basically, the left leg wants to be in like a 90-degree angle. If there's a lot of pain in the inside of the left knee, you can put like a, well, if there's a lot of pain, you can take your leg out, but if there's just a little bit, if it's bothering, you can put a little blanket or something under there. Make sure that the neck feels nice and relaxed, okay? Just hang here for just a little bit longer. See if you can like be okay with not knowing when we're gonna come out. All right. Again, stay like this for a bit, or you can bring your legs even back together. If you want to come back up into like the Sphinx pose, press back up onto your forearms. Stay like this, or place your hands underneath the elbows. Inhale, come up into an upward dog. Good. And then exhale, lift your hips up, go back into a downward facing dog. Bring your left leg back, hips up, and breathe through about 5 breaths. Just pedal your heels up and down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now look forwards and just come to sit down wherever you can. Let's do one more forward bend, then we'll lay down. So let's bring the legs in a diamond shape like this. This is not going to feel good. Sit up on something or bend your knees. Even the legs closer will be easier. Sit up, inhale, and find some length with that breath. Slowly go forwards. Wherever you stop, it's fine. Just go to your end range of motion. All like differently shaped. All of our ones are different. And their shapes are different, really. Just go little by little, breath by breath. And if it feels like you can go, or you want to refine it, remember push your heels away from you a bit, spread your toes back. You can lift and lengthen and slowly go. Just breathe for 5 more. Make sure there's not too much strain on the back. Okay? Get a nice stretch through the whole back of your body. Imagine like a nice chain of stretch. All right. On your next inhale, lift your head, chest and stomach. Lean back. Bring your legs behind you, give them a little shake. Now you can bend your knees too. Give your hips a little shake. All right. Let's lay down. Yay. Once you're laying down, set your body up in like a 90-degree angle again, okay? Just do one more quick one before we rest. Keeping your legs in the 90. If it's difficult for you to do, or you want to even try, you can place a block in between it. Just hold it there. Keep your head, shoulders, and sacrum on the ground, arms up to the sides. Take a deep breath in. And slowly bring your legs over to the left side of your body. If they don't go all the way down, that's okay. You can hold it up in the air. Or you can find something you've been close to and stack it underneath your legs. You can look to the left hand to make it easy, otherwise the ceiling, or your right hand to make it a bit harder. If you want to try with some movement, what you can do is take your left arm out to the side if it's not already. Then you'll touch your left hand with your right. You can lift your head off the ground. Okay. And you'll reach it back for about 4 more times. Any way is fine. Stay still or move. There's so many ways to do everything, really. You can do things in yoga passively or actively. Okay. On your next inhale, bring your legs back up to center. And exhale, you can hug your knees in. Might feel nice to make circles with your knees or just rock around a bit. Okay, last side. Bring the head down, legs up in a 90, arms are out long. Take a deep breath in. Set a tone in the pelvic floor, the lower belly. Lengthen up through the spine. Take the legs over to the right. And breathe. Remember, stay still. Or you can touch the right hand with your left. Then reach your left arm back. For 5. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. Give yourselves one more nice hug. If you'd like to try, you can even go into like a happy baby. Bring your knees up to the sides of your body. Lift your feet over your knees. Hold on to the backs of your legs or your feet. You might even straighten one leg or the other. As you're ready, let's set up for Shavasana Resting. And today you can rest with your knees bent. Legs can be out long. Anyway, it's fine, really. If you have a wall beside you, you can even rest your legs up on it. Just make sure that your body is nice and balanced wherever you are. We're going to rest for about 4 more minutes, okay? Get nice and comfortable. And rest for a bit. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You can stretch your arms up and back. Bend your knees. Hike your knees in towards your chest. And just roll to your side. Use your arm as a pillow. And press your hand down. Come up to sit. All right. So in practice, let's bring the palms together. Yeah, so we're bowing, and we're doing it as like a, yeah, just like a sort of a sign of respect. And yeah, when we're bowing too, it's not like you're bowing to the teacher. Really, it's the practice. Yeah, it's just something that I throw to you. So it's like you're thanking yourselves and others as well. So thank you and namaste. Thanks, everyone.